Hi and welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is a reaction video of the 11th episode of the one and only season of Automan called Zippers. No idea what this one's about. Last time we saw a reporter about to blow the whistle on where money had come from that was being used to make a film, but he was killed before he could. A businessman had used $20 million for the film that was needed for a drugs deal. The film had to be finished by a certain day for the deal to go through. Automan went undercover, of course, on the film, and with Cursor's help managed to delay it so the money would not be available, which caused all sorts of problems for the businessman. So let's see what happens in this episode. I'm going to put any relevant trivia that I find over here, and at the end of the reaction I'll be discussing what happened and my thoughts about it. And I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1.
I have the microchip and all the names you wanted.
You have it with you?
Don't worry, it's safely tucked away.
Looked very sci-fi computer setup in the background there. So it looks like he's robbing the place, but he had a key, so he knows the person that lives in the house, but not that there's an alarm. Well, he knew there was nobody there because he's parked on the drive, which is, even if there's nobody there, it's a stupid thing to do. Someone could see a car. So the chip is going to be in that ring we saw, and he's about to steal that ring. Or the chip's in the box under the ring or something. Oh, he's not going anywhere now. He's taking his mask off. Why put the mask on? Oh, it's one of those houses at an entrance and an exit. So Zippers is the name of a club.
Hurry up, you're on soon.
Yeah, tell me.
Right. So, guests who go to the club leave their cars to be parked by the, can't we call them, attendants, but it's not the right word, but can't think of the word. They, instead of parking the cars, know that that person's out, so they take someone's car or their car to the house. Not sure how they know where the person lives. I suppose in America you often have the paperwork in your glove compartments, don't you, for proof of insurance and stuff. We don't do that in the UK, or they did back then anyway. So they might have the address on that. And I assume they only do it if someone gives them the car keys, which also has the house key on the keyring or something. And then they go off, rob the house, bring the car back. That's actually quite a good system, except there's no break-in. Someone's used a key to get in. So after a couple of robberies, I'd have thought a pattern would emerge that the police would be able to catch on to. But yeah, not bad. That's ironic that they're dressed as Robin Hood, stealing from the rich.
Now get ready for Gary the Cat Burglar!
And that's a bit too on the nose.
I was working late at the office. I didn't get home until just before I called you.
What about you, Mrs. Stone?
I was with friends from my bridge club. The good silver, it's all gone.
Yeah, well, don't forget my ring.
Your doors and windows were all locked.
All of them. We're very cautious people.
Yes, well, so are these burglars, Mr. Stanton. They are quick, they are selective, and they don't leave clues.
Except for leaving the car on the drive. I know it had fake plates, but...
The deal is still good as soon as I get the ring back.
I don't give a damn about the ring. I want that microchip.
give a damn about the ring then, because in the ring.
All I could come up with is that 3 of the 25 victims went to the same club on the nights that they were robbed.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever heard of Zippers.
It's a very elegant nightclub that features male exotic dancers.
I wonder who's going to be dancing. But not quite sure how it fits in with that couple though, because I thought there was going to be a daughter, someone younger who was going to have gone. So at the moment we've just got that man and the woman in the house. I don't see the man going to the club, and I don't see the woman going to the club. It's not to say that she wouldn't, but it didn't seem like she did. That's the impression I got. So how did they get the key?
What I need is a woman to get me inside Zippers.
He's only male because you programmed him to look male. Change his programming to look female. I doubt it would be that hard. If I remember rightly, he got his looks by feeding in multiple people. It was Magnum, Tom Selleck, Christopher Reeve, Superman, John Wayne, I think, was another one. So he just fed in the images, and it made a composite of all those faces to look like. So he looked like Automan. So just do the same, make him a woman. That would change the dynamic quite a lot for those two. A virtual woman popping up whenever he wanted her.
I think I'll give Roxanne a call.
Or you could make him look like Roxanne. Again, could be useful.
You want to take me where?
Not even going there.
All right, you can come with me.
It's weird, the relationship between the two of them, Automan and Cursor. So, he actually can't do a lot of stuff without Cursor. It's Cursor who generates the vehicles, his suits, any extra external things he needs, like a guitar. Without Cursor, all he can do, I say all he can do, but he can pass through things, walls. Bullets can pass through him. He can probably see through the walls, and he could send out a charge to sort of shock people or equipment like that helicopter in the one episode. But yeah, without Cursor, you can't have any the auto car, the helicopter, or change his disguise. So it's not just Automan, it's Automan and Cursor, really. Cursor got the short end of the stick on in this show, really. He's like a sidekick, but he didn't get any credit in the title. Poor thing. Someone else got to park the car.
Can I park it for you?
Oh, no, thanks. It's a little temperamental.
Well, spaces are a little tight, you know. Take it slow.
You bet.
That was actually quite funny. So yeah, people have got house keys on the car key ring. I would never do that. I could never give my keys, car keys, house keys, or any keys to someone like that, and leave them open like that. So they're actually just making a copy.
So what do we got going down for tonight?
The green Porsche's house. Staked it out last night.
Okay, so they're using it as an opportunity to get the key on when the person goes there, not necessarily doing it that night. They're making a copy of the key, so that the wife of that man with the ring, I'm assuming, has been there at some stage in the past. That's the bit that was missing. So they're getting the key. They still, he says, staking out the places, which you would have to. Okay. I can think of a few things that don't quite make sense, but we'll go with it.
Hey, gorgeous. You the guy Rudy sent over?
That's right.
What costumes are you going to be in?
It drives the women out of their minds. Fulfills their fantasies.
What sort of fantasies?
Well, I don't know about theirs, pal, but mine is 100 screaming women begging me to take it off.
In my case, it'd be 100 screaming women begging me to put it back on again.
Once you're inside, you can let me in through the side door.
Gotcha.
He's a police officer. Why is he sneaking in? Not sure. That's really
Have you ever
illegal.
been to one of these places before?
Are you kidding?
Nice to see you again, Roxanne.
Busted.
It's Otto, the high voltage electrician!
The fact those long distance shots of someone dancing are a completely different person. Not distracted at all.
Watch this.
Why would you want to?
You don't want to know.
So I was wondering if he's going to if he'd have the blue on underneath. That's doesn't really work in the club though, because I mean, are women going to be turned on by seeing that, or are they going to want to see a bare chest? Is that sexy? So they got Robin Hood, they got the electrician. Maybe I could go on and be like the YouTuber. Welcome to real life women. This is what it looks like. I think I'll be bankrupt in a couple of days. So that's not him, that's the... I think that's the same dancer, the same guy they used in that Staying Alive episode where he was dancing in that club. He had the same kind of hairstyle. I think he has sort of big teeth.
Kiwi right. I'm staying at the Dunsmore, room 308.
Can't believe she did that.
Well, yeah, because she can't get into her room now. Just giving him the
How's
key.
she going to get into a room? Listen, they're calling my name.
Don't you dare!
Who am I to say no?
A computer program that was created by him and should be controlled by him.
$347. Here, take it. It's for you.
I don't want it.
I'll have it. That's a good night's work. £300 odd pounds, or dollars.
There they go, Walter.
I was lucky they went after he'd finished. That's the most conspicuous car to be following them in, though. I do like the noise the car makes. It does sound quite cool.
Well, unless they're taking home movies, we've got ourselves a bust.
Freeze, police!
Oh,
Freeze!
I hate... I've said it in other shows I've watched. I hate when they do that in police shows. They stand half a mile away from the suspect and say freeze, giving them about 20 years to escape. It drives me nuts. I hate it when they do that. I really find it lazy writing. I know they do it so now the person escapes, they have a chase scene or whatever, but it drives me nuts. Be on him in a second in that car. The speeds he can go.
I could use a little help. About 40 feet worth.
A wall. Why to put a wall there?
They don't know it, Walter, but they're about to turn themselves in.
It's a police parking lot.
I suppose you'd think congratulations are now in order, right? Well, I do too.
Yeah.
Nice going, kid.
Does this mean I can go out in the field more often?
No, push it, Nebbish.
Never.
Whatever.
So, the name thing, I think at first, I think he meant it, but I kind of think now he's doing it on purpose. It's kind of their thing. He calls him that, because I do think he likes him. The chief does like Walter. Doesn't necessarily respect the work he does on the computers, but I think he likes him as a person, generally. So I think now the name thing is just a little thing he does just to wind Wally up, basically. Yeah. He does seem to have softened. I've said it before, softened towards Walter as the episodes have progressed.
This is Stanton.
So it's in evidence.
The police picked
the
up
ring.
those men who robbed me. I'm going down to the police station right now and get that ring.
He wouldn't be able to, though, would he? Because it'd be evidence of the crime. He would get it back eventually, but not until... I wouldn't have thought until they've been to court, and they've either been admitted guilt... Oh, actually, if they've admitted guilt, and there isn't a trial, then he might get it back. But if there's a trial, I mean, that could take months. It would be held as evidence until then. So, yeah, it's surprising he gets it back so quickly, unless they have pled guilty, because they were caught back to rights, basically. Maybe they were... their lawyers had advised them to plead guilty, and well, we'll find out, maybe.
I don't see the ring anywhere.
Captain Boyd's out in the field. He asked me to make sure you saw everything we recovered from those burglars.
Yes, sir. Joe Reese here. The crystal, the silver, everything but the ring. The men who robbed me are going to make bail tonight. I'll go and talk to them.
Make it bail? I'm really surprised. 2 burglars like that, prolific burglars, would be allowed bail? I'm very surprised at that. Let me know, do you think they would be allowed bail, or was it just a plot line to get them out on the streets so that the story can happen? But I'd be amazed they'd be allowed to have bail. Maybe they might do, but it'd be very high, surely. And then how are they paying for it? But I'm still surprised they'd be allowed it.
You have until 9 o'clock.
I'll get it.
You better. Otherwise, I suggest to tell your wife to shop for something in black.
No pressure. So I don't know what the chip is. Something to do with names.
Well, you and Victor can talk to the burglars.
What about Stanton?
I see no need for a middleman. Just tell them the plans have been changed.
All you got to do now is find the ring to get the information. You don't need him.
This is Dennis Stanton. I stole something from work, and I think my life is in danger. Thank you.
Actually, might still need him. If the ring does suddenly turn up and is taken by the police, they would need him to recover it. The wife doesn't necessarily know what it looks like because she's not involved in all this.
This was no accident, Jack. He called me less than an hour ago telling me that his life was in danger.
Maybe you ought to leave the hunches to homicide, huh, Wally?
Everyone is always so condescending towards him. I said it before, they treat him like a child. They all do.
It seems your Mr. Stanton worked at an interesting company.
BEK Corporation, a communications firm.
Zap it. Place like this, which obviously has very high security, a lot of tech, it wouldn't just be in an office like that. It would be in an office building perhaps, but with security fencing around it. You'd have secure entrance to the car park, or into, there'd be levels of security, not just the front door, like that. So that doesn't quite make sense.
The little fellow's practically a prisoner.
I thought it was still in the developmental stage.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the prototype. She's supposed to be state-of-the-art in terms of security.
Yeah, shame at the building that they just walked into.
I'm gonna have to go inside the computer if I'm going to avoid those trap circuits.
Go ahead, Automan. Give it your best shot.
Create a distraction.
It's just the robot from the display.
Otto, what happened?
I'll tell you later.
Come on, Otto. Let's go.
It drained him.
I think we better merge.
Right.
No. Yeah, he's too drained.
What happened?
The battle with the computer.
Stick your hand in the plug. That's worked before. And surely even back then they'd had security cameras. And that is the most conspicuous car you've ever seen.
What do you know about the Federal Witness Protection Program?
It gives new identities to people who put their lives in jeopardy by testifying against organized crime. And all that information was on Stanton's computer?
Yeah, why?
Not the new identities themselves, but Delilah did finally break down and tell me they were kept on a separate microchip for security.
Stanton must have tried selling that information to the mob.
Why would they have that information in that company?
Walter, we've got to get that ring. If that list should fall into the wrong hands, a lot of innocent people might be killed.
Those two robbers must still have the ring. I'll have Jack track down one. We'll go talk to the other.
There's no one home. Should we wait inside?
Might as well.
Well, we're in better to walk through, wouldn't it?
Otto. Are you okay?
I'm completely drained.
Hello? Yes, Lieutenant.
Why would you answer the phone?
Gary's not here. What happened when you spoke to Stanley?
He's just entered that apartment knowing there's no one in it. I mean, that's completely illegal. Anything they find will be inadmissible. And he's answering the phone.
Lieutenant Curtis just found the other burglar murdered.
Charge up.
I'll rejoin you here as soon as I can replenish my energy supply.
Oh, they think he's the burglar. Huh.
Your partner, Stanley, he came down with a case of amnesia. And we gave him a permanent cure.
I suppose they can't kill him because now they've killed the other guy. He's the only one left. So they can't kill him because they assume he's got the knowledge of where the ring is. So that does give him a bit of power in the situation.
I'll deliver the ring. But only if you take me to see your boss first.
I think I'll just stick around here and see if I can find the ring. Might save Mr. Rayner some money.
And then the real burglar's going to come back. And then he'll realise that Wally's an imposter.
Do you want the microchip or not?
That depends how much it's going to cost me to get it.
$25,000 in cash.
I don't have that much cash in the house.
Bet he does. If he's a mob bloke, he's not going to have all his money in banks or anything. He would have a lot of it in cash.
I'm Gary.
Who's the other guy?
What other guy?
If you're Gary, then where's that ring you took out of Stanton's house?
At a club I work at. Zippers.
Let's go get it.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Sure, the first thing to do is ring... Oh, he did. Huh.
That was Victor. He says he found something interesting at your house.
Gary.
Take care of him.
You're right. Gary has the ring, but I've got the microchip.
That was a good tactic. Wally's way too confident in this situation. He's never this confident. And he's suddenly undercover, being threatened with a gun and stuff. That doesn't seem right. I didn't give them permission to film me doing this.
Which one of you guys is a liar?
Give me that ring! All right! Now! All right!
It's in the lamp.
Someone's messing with the lights. No! He grabbed the ring.
Wow, you're just the person I wanted to run into.
Literally.
Hold it!
What did stun guns come into operation?
That'll do it for me, Walter.
Sounds kind of like an early stun gun. Although he did just send electricity directly into him.
Here's what they were all after, Lieutenant.
Good work, Walter.
You tell that baby anytime he wants a job, he's got one waiting.
So Jack more than likely would have seen Automan then, or Automan as he knows him, as the FBI agent. Is he not going to be querying why he was there and then why he's disappeared? I suppose he could justify being there because the chips got witness protection on it, so the FBI could have been called in to help. But the fact that he was dancing and undercover. There's a whole lot of questions that need to be answered. Jack seems to just let it go.
More important, that list of government witnesses is going to be under tighter security than ever before. Even that supercomputer at BEK won't have access.
I actually quite like that episode. It's got a lot of questions that are unanswered, and some big plot holes. But actually, I actually did quite enjoy it. It was quite a good story. I still don't know how they got the key to the first guy's house who had the ring. How did they get that key? That's not been explained. And why did that computer in a private company have access to witness protection information? That wasn't explained at all either. There's two big holes. Say the first one you could answer, that maybe say the wife went there at some stage, and they took the key then. But the computer one, that doesn't make sense. And if they did get that information, how did they get it? And surely the US government would be suing them to hell, or at least taking them to court for accessing that kind of information. But yeah, no, it was a good episode. There's still a few things like I know they use it for the storyline, but sometimes when he power drains, he can charge up using a socket, and then other times he just disappears and has to recharge at home or wherever he goes to, and then come back. So I know it's used as a plot device, but I just really like the consistency and rules, especially with something like him. There needs to be rules on how he can work that they stick to, and they don't, and that annoys me. But yeah, that wasn't a bad one. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and shall see you for the next one. Be seeing you.